The fundamentals remain unchanged. The joy of understanding, the concept, knowledge, and all that it is to be human, is that this experience we call life is a learning process. We learn to walk before we can run. We learn to listen before we can speak. We learn to watch before we do. All these lessons are ingrained in us since birth, in preparation for the greatest lesson there is to learn, to love. You all may be seated. Learning doesn't stop. The focus simply shifts. The lessons that were once meant to teach just you become lessons to teach one another. The dynamic shifts, but those fundamentals still remain the same. Walk before you run becomes to think before you act. Watching before we do becomes to trust and try and work things through. Listening before we speak, well, that one just holds. The emphasis of all this is that you were never less before. You're simply more now. For love is patient and very kind, never jealous or envious, never boastful or proud. Love is never haughty or selfish or rude. Love does not demand its own way. Love is not irritable or touchy. Love is never glad about injustice, but rejoices whenever truth wins out. If you love someone, you will be loyal to them no matter what the cost. You will always believe in them, always expect the best in them, and will always stand your ground to defend them. Today, myself and many others have watched as the love between Carl and Alyssa has grown into what we see before us now. I've known Alyssa all my life. I have seen her grow from a shy young girl into a beautiful and confident young woman. And I clearly remember the first time I met Carl.
Uh-oh.
He strikes a great first impression, let me say. Friendly demeanor, always ready to talk, can take a joke and sling one back. With confidence I can say, we are all happy to see him stay. Every family occasion has been better for having you there. Are you ready to do your vows?
I, Carl, take you, Alyssa, to be my wife.
My partner in life,
My partner in life and my one true love.
I will cherish our friendship
I will cherish our friendship
and love you today,
and love you today,
tomorrow, and forever.
tomorrow, and forever.
I will trust and honor you.
I will trust you and honor you,
I will laugh with you and cry with you.
laugh with you, and cry with you.
I will love you faithfully
I will love you faithfully
through the best and the worst,
through the best and the worst,
through the difficult and the easy.
through the difficulty and the easy.
Whatever may come, I will always be there.
Whatever may come, I will always be there.
As I have given you my hand to hold,
So I have given you my hand to hold.
so I give you my life.
So I give you my life to keep.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I also take you, Carl,
I, Alyssa, take you, Carl,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
my partner in life,
my partner in life,
for my one true love.
and my one true love.
I will cherish our friendship
I will cherish our friendship
and love you today,
and love you today,
tomorrow,
tomorrow,
and forever.
and forever.
I will trust you and honor you.
I will trust you and honor you.
I will love you faithfully
I will love you faithfully
through the best and the worst,
through the best and the worst,
through the difficult and the easy.
through the difficult and the easy.
Whatever may come,
Whatever may come,
I will always be there.
I will always be there.
As I have given you my hand to hold,
As I have given you my hand to hold,
so I will give you my life to keep.
so help me God.
So help me God. Carl, do you take Alyssa to be your wife?
I do.
Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect her, forsaking all others and holding only unto her forevermore?
I do.
And Alyssa, do you take Carl to be your husband? I do. Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him, forsaking all others and holding only unto him forevermore? I do.
Now, the ring is a symbol of the unbroken circle of love. Love is freely given and has no beginning and no end. No giver, no receiver. For each is the giver and each is the receiver. May these rings always remind you of the vows you have taken. Who has the rings? You want to give it to them?
sickness and in health,
for richer or poor,
for richer or poor,
in joy and sorrow.
in joy and in sorrow.
And I promise my love to you.
And I promise my love to you.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I take you as my wife.
I take you as my wife,
For as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.
Put this ring on.
I take you, Carl,
To be my husband.
to be my husband,
To have and hold.
to have and to hold,
Sickness.
in sickness and in health,
For richer or for poor.
for richer or for poor,
In joy and sorrow.
in joy and sorrow.
And I promise my love to you.
And I promise my love to you.
And with this ring,
And with this ring,
I take you as my husband.
I take you as my husband,
For as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.
Now, if you all join me in a quick wedding prayer. Bless their marriage, O God, as they begin their journey down the road of life together. We don't know what lies ahead, for the road turns and bends. But help them to make the best of whatever comes their way. Help them to continue to enjoy each other as they did when they first met. Help them to realize that nothing nor no one is perfect, and to look for the good in all things and all people, including themselves. Help them to respect each other's likes and dislikes, opinions and beliefs, hopes and dreams and fears, even though they may not always understand them. Help them to learn from each other and to help each other to grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Help them to realize that no matter what happens to them, they will hold on to each other and know that things have a way of working out for the good. Help them to create for their children a peaceful, stable home of love as a foundation on which they can build their lives. But most of all, dear God, help them to keep lit the torch of love that they now share, so that by their loving example they may pass on the light of love to their children and to their children's children forever. Amen. Now, to make a relationship work, it will take love. This is the core of your marriage and why you are here today. It will take trust to know that in your hearts you truly want what is best for each other. It will take dedication to stay open to one another and to learn to grow together. It will take faith to go forward without knowing exactly what the future brings. And it will take commitment to hold true to the journey you both have pledged today. And now, with the power vested in me, I pronounce you man and wife. Carl, you may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great honor and privilege to be the first to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Carl Bieber.
For a gift for Alyssa, put together a book of letters from all of the most important people in your life. So I wanted to read a censored version of my letter. Dear Alyssa, congrats on you and Carl. Big day. Thank you so much for having me as such a big part of this journey. It has meant the world to me to go through this whole process with you. From Girl Scout camp to now, I've loved growing with such good besties. We've been through lots, especially closing chapters with some of the friends we thought we'd have for life. I'm starting to look at it now as something not so sad, but something that's brought us closer together. I'm so completely flabbergasted by the night. Your peach got the ring. Well, after Carl made us fancy Raymond, we vegged out on your couch to at least 12 Nicholas Sparks movies. Hashtag move back, hashtag sorry Carl. Cheers to our crazy adventures, endless Uber rides, blocks of Swiss at 3 a.m., romps and boat rides that aren't worth mentioning, our serious and silliness, I'm sorry I made the Uber driver play Billy Joel. But today you and Carl are officially the forever couple, just you two. And I'm so happy to be a part of your crew. Love you, Alyssa and Carl. Boo thanks. XOXO and cheers.
Don't get me wrong, but we made rough decisions. To give you an example, we enjoyed sledding almost every year. And our criteria for finding the best hill was the one with the most trees. Because why not turn it into an extreme sport? Whenever I needed a little encouragement to slide 50 feet down a cliff until I'd face first in water, Carl was always there.
Sounds like Carl.
Carl is quite the showman. I once witnessed him perform a full front flip off of a bicycle. I'm sure he would have went for a double had he known ahead of time he would hit that stump. I will say though, recently things have calmed down. We haven't risked life or limb in quite a while. And I'd like to think that Alyssa has part in keeping him grounded. So, I'd like to thank you guys for involving me. I'd like to thank you all for coming out to witness a smart choice.
I never had no one I could count on. I've been let down so many times. I was tired